Welcome Dragon Slayers, KD here, and I'm playing at the moment Final Fantasy XV. Actually, I just wanted to do some simple recording of some monster hunts and so on, until I met these guys up there, that part of a monster hunt. In this fight, look at them, they're all level 34 and I'm way above their levels, but I have big troubles with them, and the reason is just because the battle system of Final Fantasy XV is just bullshit. And yeah, and I kinda hope you, while I try to beat these guys, I hope I can show you why is the battle system so bad. And yeah, one thing you already see, it's like the camera is so freaking confusing. Often foliage is in the way, and you have, while battling some strong enemies, you have to also think about the camera angle and shit like that, and you just don't want to do that. Then I used a stupid magic system that's just idiotic and totally useless. Because you have to go into the menu, then first you have to gather the magic, and you only have like three different kinds of magic: flame, ice, and electricity. First you have to gather the magic, then you have to go into the menu and select the magic, or even first create the magic after gathering the elements, and then you have to equip it, and then you can only use it like 3 times, so it's totally useless. I mean, often the magic is strong, that's why I try to use it against these guys, but I mean, it's so much work you have to do until you finally can use it. Often it's not really worth it, and just annoying. Then you see these guys here, they have some kind of counter-attack that immediately kills you guys. It's so extremely annoying, and that's why I lose all the time against these guys. So I don't even want to really attack this enemy type because of this instant death counter. So I kind of keep my distance here. And then what I did right now is giving some special command, some special attack command if I want one, and that's the only time when you three comrades here are really useful. Otherwise in battle they're pretty much useless. Absolutely, when they down you and you're in danger, it's like it takes forever until they decide to heal you, so you're better off to just use some high elixir or anything like that. Oh god, these guys are so annoying, man. It's just not fun to play against enemies like that, and it's just because the battle system is so fucked up. I mean, you have a couple of things you can do in the battle. You can with circle attack when you're close. And see, I think this guy here, he just does the death counter right now. So let's see what happens when I attack him with special attack. Yeah, you circle, just smashing circle and you attack. That works against weaker enemies. Then you have to square, that is avoiding or parry enemy attacks, but often it's broken. Often you see I pressed square, but it didn't work at all. and often it's often it shows you that you can parry attack with square, and then like I pressed square and it didn't work, and that happened so many times. Or your window of time, you can parry it with the circle. It's so small that it's completely useless. You can't react so fast. Then you have, of course, the triangle, and that's where they look at the camera angle. How it's just confusing and annoying. And then you have the triangle, and what to say about that? I mean, it should be the kind of the star of the combat system, the triangle, but it has so many missed opportunities. I think I mean, you can use it for these warp strikes. That's pretty useful, but and then you can use it for getting away or getting at the high point, but I think you could have done so much more with that, and they kind of tried with the boss fights to make the battles vertical, but and see, I parried it, but it's just annoying here. Yeah, I think they could have done so much more with the triangle. You see here, I can go to a high point and then attack. I missed. It's not really helpful. I can use the magic 3 times. It's so useless and not worth the whole work. So I kind of use this, even this combat attack here, that does a lot of damage, and I just try to be patient beating them and not button smashing them to death like I normally do. Then there is the progression that's also completely useless, because it's completely useless because you don't feel like the improvements. You can give you different characters and some different game mechanics. You can give with ability points some you can learn some new things in the skill tree, but I don't feel like, yeah, with patience I'm finally defeated these guys, but I don't really feel like, how can I say, like something is changing. So it kind of should, like, the progression system should kind of like be like, yeah, you feel your character's getting stronger, and there is there's a little bit of improvement, but you don't really feel it in the battle system, and that's another reason why the Final Fantasy XV combat system is just garbage. So I have to say I'm a big fan of turn-based JRPGs, and that's why I'm so disappointed in the Final Fantasy series right now, going for this button smashing bullshit here. And I'm kind of worried about Final Fantasy VII, the remake, because they go away from the turn-based there too. And yeah, one of the things why Final Fantasy VII is, in my opinion, the best game ever is because of the turn-based combat. So yeah, I don't know what I should think about that, and seeing the shitty work they did here with the Final Fantasy XV combat system, that is often just confusing and always kind of the same. Yeah, I just don't really see how they can implement much more complicated, much more in-depth combat we have with the material system and the summoning and all the things you have in Final Fantasy VII. I don't know how they want to implement that into the remake with the things they show us here in Final Fantasy XV. I actually want to do for a long time a video about my top ranked Final Fantasy, so it will be top 9. Just because I have to eliminate a couple of Final Fantasies, because it wouldn't be fair to compare them to others. But like you see, I didn't finish Final Fantasy XV. Where you see it, I played for 56 hours because I did a lot of side quests, and just because the, how should I say, the main missions, they're pretty boring, shitty. The story missions are the worst parts of the game, I think, because you have to go into a dungeon, a pretty long one, you can't save between, you have to finish the whole thing or you fail and start over again, or you go into an enemy base and then you do some sneaky bullshit, stealth bullshit. That's just not for Final Fantasy. And yeah, so I'd rather do some side quests the whole time. I want to do my top. I don't know if Final Fantasy, if when I play more story mission, if my opinion of the game will change, but I don't think it's really fair to score it when I didn't finish it. So I will keep this. So I will keep the video I want to make about my Final Fantasy top 9. It will be, and why top 9. At least I don't know if until I really finished Final Fantasy 15, but at least getting a little bit further into the game. Let's jump forward to the. So I made it to the next monster hunting quest here. It was a longer walk than I thought it would be. I should have taken my car. I kind of forgot that I have now off-road function with my car. It's kind of sad that the progression with your car is more interesting than the character progression. Yeah, I don't know what I should say about Final Fantasy 15. I mean, I am so disappointed because after Final Fantasy 15, I kind of had the feeling when I saw all the gameplay and trailers of this game of Final Fantasy 15, I kind of have the feeling that Square Enix found his way again, and I have to say the game was, I mean, it's not a bad game, it's not Final Fantasy 13 bad, but it's just like a little bit after a couple of hours of play, maybe 2 or 3 hours, it just gets boring because the progression system doesn't work. You just don't feel it, that your character is getting stronger. Even you see that you learn new abilities, it doesn't feel very different in the fighting. I mean, it's not like your characters don't get stronger, they get stronger, but it's just a feeling you have that nothing happens. So the problem now is like there is another Monster Hunt quest here, but that's on the daylight, so I think I go a little bit fishing. See you. So fast forward until then, and let's talk a little bit more about Final Fantasy XV. Okay, I was kind of mistaken. The monster hunt is right now, so yeah, I kind of stopped fishing because there was only one fish in the whole water lake. Yeah, it's not a lake, it's more than a lake. I forgot the English word. Yeah, it's kind of... It feels like the fishing, they put more effort into fishing sometimes than with the battle system. And the fishing is not the most exciting mechanic or fishing mechanic I have ever seen. I think there are much better, absolutely more rewarding fishing mechanics. Here it's just a lot of waiting and trying out, and yeah, it's not really fun, I think. But of course, the fishing isn't the part that will make this game bad. So when we look at the battle system, what you kinda have is... I need to stock up with elixir and things. I used too much in this fight with the a little bit stronger monster hunting. I mean, what you also have with the battle system is kind of special weapon you find in the you find, yeah, how should I say it? No, I give him a Phoenix Stone later on. I don't want to. Yeah, I have to stock up later with some things. Yeah, you have these special weapons, kinda. These stronger weapons, but with the small problem that they use your HP when you use it. But they don't really change anything in the gameplay. They're just like the normal weapons, and like I said, a little bit stronger, and you have to look at your HP while using it. And that's kind of all. So they're not extremely interesting. What I have to say is maybe that's the reason why I have to play this game a little bit longer before giving it end verdict. Is like, I don't know how the summoning works until now. I mean, I fought Titan and I heard that there are kinda other summonings that are getting involved into battles, but it kind of feels like that it's not you that can summon them, that they just like in the are fixed in the story or in a script event or something like that. Maybe I'm wrong, like I said, I don't know yet. Definitely would be nice if there were part of the battle system. A battle system that definitely needs some more depth in it than just smashing buttons and getting confused by the camera. I think the problem is with this battle system that it's not only Final Fantasy XV, there are other games that have that. I think they kind of try to put too much things in it. Kind of try making this, trying to make this real-time fighting system, but still have the depth in it that turn-based battles have with magic and everything like that. And so far, I didn't see one that really worked. I mean, when they want to go to real time, then maybe they are better off taking the Dark Souls route with, let's say, less things, but overall more in depth. With this, you have to do more, kind of do more complex things with less possibilities. Let's say it like this, because you don't have magic and all these things there, and you can't go just the thing I do right now, just and see again. It's just broken, this fucking stupid avoiding pairing system. I need some more elixir. Yeah, I hope you understand. In Dark Souls you can't just go forward and just hack and slash your way through it. It's just more appealing, even for someone like me that, like I said, I love turn-based JRPGs, and normally my way to go against a difficult enemy is just to grind enough levels so he isn't a problem anymore, and that's definitely not the Dark Souls way. But I still can enjoy these games, and I just see more how much more effort they put into it, into the battle system, than when you look at these things here. So I think if I go on with my rant here, then I just will complain around the same things more and more. This is for sure not my last Final Fantasy XV video. So maybe I will talk a little bit about other things, maybe, or maybe I find something to add. Like I said, maybe when I go further, into the story, maybe things will change. Like I said, I didn't do a lot of story missions. I did more side quests just because. I mean, you can say, okay, can of course say, yeah, why don't you just go to the story and to the story mission and see what's going on instead doing this hunt and so on. And that's just how I play. I don't want to rush through the story. And I mean, that I still do the side quests and all that. It just shows that it's not that bad, but just for me, the battle system, it's lacking a lot to get me really like, yeah, today I want to play Final Fantasy XV and I don't want to stop playing. For me, it's like the amount you watched in this video, it's kind of already enough. Play some more, and that's why I'm still not finished with the game. Yeah, but that's kind of everything. So
俺だってやるときはやるよ。受けてみろ。今がチャンスだ。これで決めよう。そうだ、食らえ。いい感じだ。当然。やっ終わりか。状況は心配する。よし、臨機応変にな。終わり。全員突撃。容赦はしない。受けてみろ。食らえ。だが手は抜くなよ。前を見ろ。ごめん。受けてみろ。